or not?
Yeah, that's a really interesting question. It's certainly the case that we have greater ability to access, what used to be very solely academic film studies. So, if Laura Mulvey wrote, I keep talking about Laura Mulvey. Laura Mulvey, she's a great example of everything. Laura Mulvey wrote her very famous article in 1975, and it was published in an academic journal. Now, of all of the academic articles ever written in film studies, this one's the most famous, it's circulated the most. But nonetheless, it was quite difficult to get because it was in a journal for which you had to pay. Most university libraries in the world didn't have. So it was only when the internet came along, and I would say that Laura Mulvey's article was one of the first to be illegally distributed online. I didn't think it really mattered to Laura, or particularly to the journal by then. So it was a brilliant example of how something that was really for a very small audience could become something even more important than it was in the very original context of its publication. But does that mean that does easy access equal greater use? I think it probably does. Whether it involves greater understanding, I'm not sure. I think we probably still need film studies for that. We still need an overarching pedagogical discourse that can connect things up. If you just present someone with the idea of the female gaze or the male gaze, I think the way that those ideas can get understood might be in a way that doesn't do them justice, perhaps. But I think that for me, it's been very important that people can find things and that they can make their own journeys through this material. It's certainly the case that even in countries where film studies is a really established academic subject and discourse with departments like Great Britain, where I live, but the fact is it's in crisis. It's under attack as a subject area, like many humanities subjects everywhere. And so, if we don't have that discourse outside in the internet, then it's going to be quite a problematic time for film studies. So I've always seen it as one of the things I'm most interested in doing is looking at what is on the internet, looking at how amazing some of the things that are on the internet, publishing that people have done there, and in a way trying to counteract a very negative discourse about what appears on the internet. In a way, that was the inspiration for Film Studies for Free. It was born of a frustration with my colleagues in general sense who were very anti online academic culture, and they just said we're telling students never to go there and please don't quote anything from the internet, and I just thought that was really ridiculous, and there's so much of value on the internet, and so Film Studies for Free in a way exists to contextualize things a little bit more, to give some sense of what's good out there, and I hope that increases the quality of film studies discourse rather than decreases it.